regular season road course race. We still have one more in the playoffs at the Charlotte Roval, but for now, we are going to start the streaming tonight with this one. Home a little late. I am going to have the next 4 days off though, so the streams will be starting at regular time from now on for sure. So for the meantime, this should be a fun one. We'll have Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing Part 18 coming up right after this as well. Just for a heads up, and you guys are going to get to watch qualifying here for this event as well. So the green will be out, I guess, in qualifying, and let's see how we are going to do. Gonna try to run 2 laps here. Oh boy, and off the track already. See, we're getting the cobwebs out. That's I usually don't do this, but you know what? We're gonna do it. Did not practice at all, just hopped right into the game, and that's why we're in qualifying right now. See where we get to start. Man, we are like... I'm braking way too late. Tell I haven't raced here in a while. This is definitely something. Last road course we were at a couple nights ago in Mid-Ohio, we had a shot to win it, leading in the final corner, and we ended up spinning sideways. It went from first to fourth, unfortunately. Hopefully we're going to have a little bit of a redemption for a road course race in this one. We did win last night at Bristol, and by a lot, might I add. It's only going to be a 45 lap race. We do have session qualifying here, and the reason why we are having session qualifying is because it is road course race. This is a 4-mile road course racetrack. Takes just over 2 minutes to get around this place, so a very long track. Longest track in all of NASCAR, distance-wise. This is only going to be a 45 lap race, shortest race not only in the Xfinity Series as far as laps the entire year, but in any of the top 3 series in NASCAR. It's the shortest amount of laps. Again though, it's a 4-mile road course. I believe this is a 180-mile race. Hence why there is only 45 laps. Case Briscoe gonna get on by us here. I don't know, it doesn't... I mean, we're definitely not hitting our marks like we should. We'll see. Hopefully we can get in the top 12 and advance into the second round of qualifying if at all possible. Just don't think this lap's gonna cut it here. I think we're gonna end up having to run another lap after this. Jumping in deep there through the final turn. Seemed like we were gaining on Briscoe there for a little bit after he did get around us. So hoping we have a quick enough first lap, and I think we will. 13th. Oh man, I knew I should have ran an extra lap. That's a bummer. Yeah, I should have just stuck with my gut there. So we're going to be starting outside the top 12 then. We'll see how this is going to go. Yeah, again, this is going to be a fun one. Going to start 13th. 45 laps here. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy as we're going to get this race underway. Jeremy Clements not very fast over the course of the race weekend. Zane Smith as well. And Garrett Smithley also just not having a good time, I guess. So yes, we will start 13th. Actually, nobody going to the rear to start this race. Here we go. Green flag in the air. We are underway here at Road America. Only 10 laps in the opening stage of the race. We do not have much time to waste at all here. Field starting to stack up here, 3 wide. Going into the first turn, a little contact there with the back bumper of Brandon Jones. Trying to get around him. There's nowhere to go right now. 3 wide in the middle, a lot of contact going on. Oh, just squeezing past Brandon Jones, who did win on the last road course we were on in Mid-Ohio. Trying to get these spots here right out of the gate. Briscoe seemed pretty fast in qualifying, that is for sure. Gonna hope we're gonna be a little bit faster in the race than what we were in qualifying. A little bump and run on Michael Annette, and that'll move us up to 5th already on the opening lap. Here we are running really hard again, kind of like we were in Mid-Ohio. We just got to take it calm. I know I could have qualified a lot better. Compared to how qualifying went in the first 2 road course races of the season, this was definitely not the best by any means. I should say not even good compared to those other 2. Should have easily have made it to the last round. So on the opening lap of the race, we quickly got up to 4th. We'll see if we'll have anything for guys like Austin Cindric and Chase Briscoe up ahead. Of course, we do have 10 laps in this opening stage. We run about 16 to 17 laps on a full tank of fuel as well. So we'll just have to see how that's going to work over the course of the race. And it looks like Noah Gregson's going to lead lap 1 here at Road America. So already 9 laps to go in stage 1. First 2 stages, each 10 laps. The third and final stage of the race will be 25. I just feel like we're gaining ground here on the 3rd place driver of Chase Briscoe, so that's good to see. Along the straightaway of the racetrack now. Just coming off of turn 2. A little kink to the right and then back to the left before you actually take the sharp 90-degree left-hand corner into turn 3. There is 3 different sharp 90-degree corners. 2 of them are left-handers back-to-back in turns 3 and 4. Get through turn 5, then you go down into 6. Just amazing how quickly we lost ground to guys like Chase Briscoe and Cindric up ahead in second and third. We're so fast for those final probably 3 to 4 turns of the racetrack. Just lose a lot of time though leading up to that point. A little bit of a different camera angle, of course, here right out of the gates. Oh no, and drove in way too deep there through turn 3. Trying to get it back onto the racetrack, and we do, but unfortunately, we're going to lose a position. Or no, we don't lose a position, but we do lose valuable time. Yeah, Tyler Reddick definitely caught up to us there, but not only did catch us a little bit, still running all right. Yeah, I'm kind of content though. If a caution comes out, a caution comes out. But as far as this stage is running though, so far, I mean, we're only 3 laps in, but I just don't know if we've got anything for any of the top 3, really. We are using the controller here tonight. I think we could have had a little better first stage though if we would have qualified better. I mean, seeing where we're racing on the track, definitely could have qualified 4th. I'm assuming clean air is going to mean a lot here in this race at Road America. I mean, we've seen that on the first 2 road courses we've gone to, and I'm sure it'll be the same on this one as well. Kind of noticed that a little bit at Canadian Tire when we ran there in the Truck Series also. It did seem like there was a little bit more passing in that race though than what we're seeing here in this one. Or I should say in any of the Xfinity Series road courses, but we still put on some good shows though. Yeah, I know by far I'm not running my best lap times, but I guess I'm, again, just worried about trying to hold on for a position here on the racetrack right now. If we could just finish 4th and go into the pits in 4th, it's a good enough start for me. We showed that we're able to run. Oh man, this is just so difficult for us to really run a perfect lap. Struggled to do that in our qualifying session. A lot of different elevation changes on this racetrack. It looks kind of flat for the most part, but then you see huge dips like this one right here. It's so tough to tell exactly where you're going. Really got to know the racetrack. Since we don't make another huge mistake, I think we can run good enough lap times to keep Tyler Reddick from catching us for a spot on the racetrack. Five laps remain in this race right now. It's amazing how far the top three have really pulled away from us though in this stage. It's just crazy. Oh. See, I mean, at least we're not going way wide. It would be more costly, obviously, if we were actually battling for a position, but we're staying at least far enough ahead of the 5th place driver, Tyler Reddick, and honestly, with how short these stages are, you don't really have to worry about burning your tires off. The only stage we're going to even have to think about a green flag pit stop is going to be in that final stage of the race. We will for sure have to take one because we'll be about 5 to 6 laps short on fuel, which is a lot of fuel if you think about it here at Road America 4-mile racetrack. I mean, that's 5 to 6 laps. You're talking 20-24 miles of fuel you gotta save. That's quite a bit, especially when you're upshifting, downshifting. You're just using a lot of gas here. It's virtually impossible to save that much. Just went off the racetrack there. That was a close one. Using all the racetrack there on the access road. Tyler Reddick looks like he's actually kind of allowing Garrett Smithley to catch up to him. Wonder if Smithley might be a little bit faster than Tyler Reddick. Maybe Smithley can get to 5th. Who knows? we stayed anywhere between 2 to 3 seconds ahead of Tyler Reddick pretty much the entirety, since we quickly got past him for 4th and then got that far ahead of him. And no match for the top 3 so far. We'll see where stage 2 is going to take us, of course. I'll blame myself for the poor, well, not poor qualifying effort, but I'll blame myself for the not as good qualifying effort as what I could have had. Such a long track too, with such short stages, only 10 laps in the opening stage here. I mean, you just know for a fact that the leaders aren't going to catch lap traffic here. We already only have 3 laps to go in the stage, as we're about 22 seconds off the race lead. Definitely the toughest turn on the racetrack is turn 3. You carry so much speed after getting off of turn 2 down the longest straightaway of the racetrack. You got to quickly get down as you quickly get on the brakes as much as you can. Was trying to think of what I was going to say on the fly there, but it is very tough to go from carrying almost 180 miles an hour in an Xfinity car, going into turn 3, you got to get it down really, really slow. We're talking 40, 50 miles an hour to make that hard 90. And it's not just any 90-degree turn. You're going downhill into a flat corner. I mean, like basically no banking. If any banking is negative, just because of the way the G-forces are, I want to pull you towards that sand trap closer off the racetrack. We did miss that corner once on lap 4, so ended up in the sand. But so far, looks like we have a good chance to go caution-free through the opening stage of the race. Two laps to go pretty quickly here in this one. Be interesting to see come race end what the total time will be as far as laps time from start to finish. Definitely when we enter stage 2, we'll see how we'll try to compare to the leaders when we get the restart right near them. Not going to have to repair any damage at the end of the stage when we do pit. You can see right there, just not really any damage at all on the race car. Not since lap 1. We made minimal contact, just trying to move up as many positions up the start as possible. Gregson just coming to the start-finish line now. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage number 1. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go here at Road America. Now for us at least. Man, by the time the leaders cross the line, it's going to be a long time before we even cross the line, and we're in 4th. Couldn't imagine leading this race right now, just how long we'd have to wait before the 10th place driver crosses the start-finish line. It could be about a minute. So I didn't think that the leaders were going to catch lap traffic at all in the stage. And it does actually look like Noah Gragson, who's led every lap so far in this race, is about to catch the lap traffic. So will he be able to hold on for the final minute or half a lap to the end of the stage here? We'll just have to see. Gregson's still out in front, qualified on the pole. Not only has led every lap in this race, but nobody's even had a bumper out in front of him. But now as he's just catching lap traffic at the end of the stage, is he going to be able to make it through the final corner now for Noah Gragson? It looks like he's going to get there. Yep, green, white checker flag in the air. Noah Gregson's going to win stage 1 here at Road America. Good start for him in this race, of course. First through third has already crossed the stripe. We're going to easily come across in 4th here as we're about 9 seconds ahead of Tyler Reddick back there in 5th. So in about 4 laps, yeah, we did gain quite a bit of time. And now we are 4th at the end of the stage. So we'll hurry up, we'll pit, 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. We'll see what we've got here compared to the leaders. Of course, 3/4 of a tank will be enough to fill it up. So here we go, green flag going to be in the air, stage number 2 underway. Quickly down to Christopher Bell. Couldn't have had a better restart to go from 4th to 1st. That was unbelievable. But now here comes Gragson trying to fight back now to the inside of us, but we're just going to beat him back to the gas. Well, he tried to side draft us. He was going to, but now he gets blocked off. Chase Briscoe might be trying to look to his inside going into turn 3. And get on the brakes hard enough. But we got to make sure we don't overrun the corner, of course, and we did not. Good job. So this stage is only 1 lap shorter than the opening stage of the race. So we're running 9 laps instead of 10. So we'll definitely not catch the lap traffic here in this stage, that is for sure. Trying to protect and hold the bottom right there. Oh, a little bump from behind there. Gragson tried to get us off guard, but he actually got himself loose after bumping us. Now we're going to try to get away from him. Goes to show clean air out in front of the field. Means a lot on these road courses. We're going to lead our first lap of the race on the first green flag lap of stage 2. And that is the first overall lap in this race. Whether it's on the stage break or just under green, that Noah Gragson has not led in this one. So he did win that race off pit road, controlling the pace on the restart, but man, oh man, let me tell you, I mean, he'll put up a fight in certain corners. He'll likely catch us every so often. I don't know what happened to Austin Cindric. He restarted in second. I really just don't know what happened to him. Into turn 7 now. Through turn 6, we kind of pulled away from Gragson at least a little bit there, giving us ourselves a little more clearing room, and now he's down to the inside of us, and now we're side by side for the race lead, and slight contact now up into the outside wall. 3-wide pass to the bottom. Chase Briscoe made the 3-wide pass on the bottom of the racetrack. What a gutsy move there. Oh, and we overrun the next corner here. And just trying to get back into this. We're running good. We allowed Gragson to get to our inside just one time, and that was just enough to not only get alongside each other, but we pulled each other so much with those. Well, we hit each other a couple times, but then after slowing each other down by doing that, Chase Briscoe was able to take the race lead away. So that's pretty unbelievable. Definitely pushing this car as hard as we can right now, but I don't know if we're going to be able to catch Chase Briscoe. The way we were at the start of the race, though, and also the way we were on that restart, too, does go to show that I am pretty good on the restarts on this racetrack. Look at this right now, though, just doing whatever we can to hold on to our position on Noah Gragson. Losing a little bit of ground here to Chase Briscoe as well. We're about 2.5 seconds off the lead now. Yeah, these final 3 corners on the racetrack, though, by far our best corners overall. Which is good if we're trailing late. A little loose there off that final corner. It definitely did cost us a little bit of time. Already on lap 4 of the stage. Despite these long laps, we quickly have 6 to go now in stage number 2. But after finishing 4th in the opening stage of the race, we're definitely tracking to finish better here. It's just with Chase Briscoe leading right now, I just don't know if we can catch Briscoe. I mean, he just looks so fast. Briscoe finished third in stage 1, but remember, he did look quick in qualifying, though, when we ran with him, at least in that opening session. So as a whole here on this lap, we get to see how fast we were compared to Chase Briscoe. Looks like we're going to gain slightly on him. So overall, that last lap at the line, we gained 1/10 of a second on Chase Briscoe, which really isn't a lot. With this few laps left, we got to catch him a little bit quicker. I just don't think that's going to happen. Austin Cindric is back up to 4th again, though. He did just get around Tyler Reddick. Maybe he'll have a shot, who knows. Maybe not at the stage win necessarily, but catch up to me and Noah Gragson. Now we go off the racetrack, and that's going to likely cost us a position. Yep. Now Gregson's going to get on by. So we fall from 2nd to 3rd after making that slight mistake there. Obviously, though, as that mistake proves costly, let's see if we might have a shot still to maybe catch Noah Gragson before the end of the stage. Just over 2 seconds back. Honestly, we're not bad going into turn 1 either, and at times turn 2 were fast as well. So 2 slight mistakes, not big mistakes whatsoever, but slight mistakes at that in this race, and one of them came in each of the stages. Four laps to go now in stage 2. And heck, Noah Gragson not only won the first stage, maybe he still does have a shot to win this second stage. Not at all impossible. Hopefully we can at least better our finishing position in this stage from the last stage. We are so close to doing that too. ever so close. Cindric's definitely going to get to us, but can he get around us? Well, Gregson is still catching Chase Briscoe, and I think there's enough laps left. Might have a chance. I don't think anybody's going to catch lap traffic this stage like they did last stage. One last lap. And at the line this time, 3 laps to go in stage number 2. We'll ride back along with the in-car cam this time as we'll alternate through the cameras again. Oh no, going hard, trying to get the car loaded up slightly into the wall. That might cost us a position. Nope, still able to hold on to third, surprisingly. But Austin Cindric has definitely closed the gap. Trying to get the car loaded up now into this final corner on the racetrack, back up from second to third. So Cindric is definitely closing the gap on us once again. And we'll see here as the laps wind on if he's going to be able to get to us or not. 2 laps to go in stage number 2 as we are just trying to hold on to third. I mean, this is ever so close. Tyler Reddick's definitely not going to be able to catch up to us at all here in this stage. He's 10 seconds back. Unless we somehow both run into each other and both run off the racetrack, then maybe, who knows. But we haven't seen a lot of passing on the racetrack at all in this one. This really goes to show how tough it is. White flag in the air now for Briscoe. It's about 9 seconds ahead of us, and now as well for us, white flag in the air. 1 lap to go in stage number 2 as we have a little over 1 second lead on Austin Cindric, who did close the gap last lap, but then by the end of the lap we kind of pulled away again. Obviously just trying to stay in front of him as best as we can. This can get a little too close. Got through turn 3 pretty well. Cindric's close enough. I think he's got the potential to use the bumper. Not close enough to use the bumper yet. We're outbraking him enough that we don't have to worry about him even making a move to the inside either. At least not yet. Just 4 more turns to go in the stage. Now 3 to go. Now he's closed up to the back bumper here. Will he make a move? This is the move Briscoe had to try and get there. And Gregson has caught Chase Briscoe here these last few laps. Now with 2 turns to go, I'm feeling comfortable again here on Cindric. We pulled him through that third to last turn as well as the second to last turn. 1 second ahead of him going into the final corner on the racetrack. We're going to accelerate our way. Chase Briscoe will win stage 2 here at Road America by about 1 second to 1.5 seconds. And we will finish 3rd. Improvement from one stage to the next. So that is we're obviously going to pit once again here. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel coming. No damage will need to be repaired. 3/4 of the tank is enough to fill it up. I think we've got the car. If we can just run smooth lap times, we'll be fine. Here we go, green flag in the air, we're underway. Got through the chips pretty nice here, restarted in second. We gained 1 spot there on Noah Gragson through the pits. And there goes Briscoe getting on by quickly. Cannot let him pull away though as we put the bumper to him, trying to stay alongside the fight for the clean air. And now we'll clear Chase Briscoe for the race lead. Drove it a little dirty. What we needed to do though to get on by. All the leaders here running in about a single file line right now. Trying to hold steadily ahead of everyone. We definitely don't want to make another mistake. Briscoe looking to her inside. Not going to get there, though. Noah Gregson seemingly faster than him. Let's see if he can get under him here pretty soon. Tough to tell for sure. Despite only having 21 laps to go, though, the way of how long these laps are, just over 2 minutes apiece, we're by no means that much closer to the end. We are still a pit stop away from the finish of the race, too. So we do have to, everybody's got to make one more stop here before the finish. And honestly, as well, we have run caution-free this entire race so far. No cautions to this point. 2 drivers have DNF in this race. Briscoe really trying to get his car to turn here. All the access road there, maybe even a little more of it. Barely able to block Chase Briscoe. Briscoe and Gregson have really ran that corner deep here over the course of this race. This is definitely an intense situation here. This was the kind of pressure that we were put on earlier from Noah Gregson. We made the mistake, and then we ended up getting into him, and Briscoe made that 3-wide pass for the lead. By far the move of the race so far. Here in this one now, 20 laps to go in stage number 3. So that means 20 to go in the race to decide the winner of this one. Just think how close we were to winning those first 2 road courses of the year, and now obviously a shot to win this one. 20 laps to go in the race, and we're in the lead. We have led more laps in this race than what we led in all of the Mid-Ohio race as well. So, of course, as we run here, let's see how this is going to go. locking the tires up there going into turn 3. Almost went off the track, but it's enough to have Briscoe to get past us. Trying to outbrake him again. Now we go to the side. Gregson trying to come up the other side now. Noah Gregson going to clear us, and Gregson to the lead. Can we cross him over into turn 6? Sliding the tires again. Oh man, we're going wide. This is the raciest it has gotten all day long. And just barely clearing Noah Gregson. Definitely tell we're going to be fighting as hard as we can here to not only hold on to the lead, but especially if they get around us, knowing that the clean air means so much. Oh wow, Gregson just lost a ton of spots that corner. Went from second all the way back to fourth as Austin Cindric's now in the running to maybe get the win in this race. Again, we're caution-free so far, and we are still a pit stop away from the finish, but we are under 20 to go. No Gregson won stage 1. Stage 2 was won by Chase Briscoe. This is the second race in a row in which Briscoe has led a stage. Justin Allgaier, who ran pretty well in the first 2 road courses, hasn't really been in contention at all to have a chance to win this one as well. At least so far. Still have 18 laps to go though. It's amazing though that the top 4 of us are all within contention to win this race. And it's very well possible that we're holding everybody up. But at the same time, we're doing what we can to hold on to the lead, because I know once we lose it, they're probably going to check out and pull away. Because that's what we saw in the second stage. And in the first stage, we never even got a chance to get into the top 3, and they were just pulling away from the time we got up to 4th. 17 laps to go though. Everybody's still got time here in this one. Race did start a little over an hour ago. Again, so far so good. Doing our best not to make a mistake here in the third stage, because I know we made 2 of them in the course of this race. 1 in the first stage, 1 in the second. Definitely limited our chances of winning, especially with no cautions up to that point and even up to this point so far. So who's to say we're actually going to get a caution in this race at this point? So we got to hold on to the lead as long as we possibly can. $16 laps to go. So if we stay green all the way through stage 3, we'll end up catching lap traffic like the leaders did in stage 1. Nobody caught lap traffic in stage 2 because the stage was a lap shorter. And honestly as well though, we have not caught lap traffic at all in this race, not even when we were running inside the top 3, obviously in stage 2, because nobody caught lap traffic then. And even back in the opening stage of the race when we were in 4th, we never had to deal with lap traffic like the top 3 did. So it'll be very new for us here at Road America in this race when we do end up catching lap traffic. Here's the final lap though with the in-car cam for the course of the race. We'll go to the hood cam next for 1 more lap, and then the front bumper cam 1 more. And then we will run with the regular camera for the remainder of this race, which will be about the final 13 laps, I believe. Definitely a good race so far. 15 laps to go here at Road America. Never ran an Xfinity race caution free, never did back in the last season, and obviously in this season we haven't either. Haven't had to worry about the tires getting too worn out over the course of the race, so we haven't had to race with that kind of a tire wear yet. I think Briscoe's being patient though. He knows that there's still pit stops left in this race. Thing is though, yeah, there are pit stops left, but I would want to get to the lead as quick as possible though and just try to pull away. We have seen what it's like then you don't know how quick of a pit stop I might have, and we might pull them that way, and I'll have to play catch-up for the last however many laps we end up running to the end of the stage. So now with 14 laps to go in the race, if we run just 2 more laps, so we finish this lap up and then we run 1 more lap, we will be halfway through the stage, and we can split the stage in half from there. But I think as long as I'm in the lead, I'm not going to pit here. As long as I'm in the lead, I'm not going to pit. At least not for the meantime, not until our tires get really, really worn out. Too worn out right now, and that's why we've been able to hold on to the lead here. We have led every single lap so far in this stage. It's a great job getting better over the course of the race. Never made any adjustments to the car, never felt like I really had to though. Handling wise was fine. I was scared to make adjustments to being a road course race to really mess the handling up. I knew if we had the clean air we could hold off. And so far so good. Gregson's been stuck in 4th place though. Ever since he lost the 2nd position, he has not been able to even get around Austin Cindric yet. So again, when we hit the line this time, we will have 13 laps to go in the race. We will go with the regular camera for the remainder of this one as well. Chase Briscoe in 2nd. We're currently in the lead right now. It is Christopher Bell with 13 to go. Left front tire at about 44% tire wear. We're going to catch lap traffic here very soon. By soon, I mean this lap. We'll catch our first lap car. It looks like it's just one car though. Briscoe gonna get to the inside. Gonna try to race him clean. A little bit of a side draft off of one another, and we're side by side down the longest straightaway of the racetrack. Trying to get away from him now. Barely gonna clear him now down the long straightaway quickly before we get into turn 3. Thank goodness we were able to clear him. It's probably the closest we have been to losing the lead in some time. Despite the fact that they have camped out right there. I think he just got off of turn 2 a little bit better than we did, and he thought he might have been able to have a chance at it, but we side drafted right back on him. He tried to side draft again. It just wasn't enough. And now we have caught Zane Smith in the 8 car, just trying to get under him here. Slight contact with the lap car, Zane Smith. Didn't want to make contact there, but didn't want to waste too much time trying to get around him either. Neither does Briscoe, because Briscoe's going to get by him fairly quick too. Briscoe quickly fell about a second behind though. We got through him a little bit easier than he did. The course is really known for wearing tires out. Although we haven't seen it too much today in that sense. We'll have 12 laps to go at the line this time. 37% tire wear. So with 12 laps to go, we are now halfway. We can split the stage in half to the end by pitting this time. We'll try to go a little past halfway. None of the top 4 is pit. I think whoever pits first here, that might give us the opportunity, or might give that competitor the opportunity. We went a little wide there off of turn 2. Briscoe closes into the back bumper again. Wow, Austin Cindric, he must have taken the longest to get around the lap car because he's now about 3.5 seconds off the lead. So it's now a 3-car battle for the lead in the late going. But I'm sure Cindric can maybe catch up here soon. So that will move Noah Gragson up to 3rd. And if he can make a move here around Briscoe, we know that Gregson's got the fastest car. He's not known for being super patient. Over the course of the race, he has tested that a couple times, but has not been able to make it work. But Briscoe, he's tried to force the limit a couple times too. The last time he took it a little easier, but he still couldn't get around us. Two more lap cars about to get in our way here. It looks like Jeff Green for sure, and I think Jeffrey Earnhardt is just in front of him. Earnhardt not having a good race here towards the end of the regular season. But again, remember, he did win a race at New Hampshire, so he is locked into the playoffs no matter what happens. Ray Goulding gonna hit pit road. He's gonna be the first driver to hit pit road in this race, or during this cycle of stops at least. At least we didn't have to worry about him as a lap car. 11 to go now. 31% tire wear left on the left front. I think we're going to pit this time. I don't think we're going to risk it too much longer here. So by the time we come out of the pits, we'll have 10 laps to go in the race. This will be the same length of flight conditions. Right now we have a 2-second lead on Chase Briscoe. So it's good to know that we are getting through the lap traffic pretty well so far. Kind of helping us widen the gap out just a little bit more as the race rolls on. Oh, almost caught Matt Mills there. We did catch Matt Mills for sure. He definitely costed us a little bit of time there. We're going to have to try and get around him on the outside. Oh no, man, he is really holding us up big time. Trying to thread the needle now. A little contact with Mills as we're trying to get around him. That allows Briscoe to close the gap. Because Mills costed us so much time, we're going to stay out one more lap, it looks like here. BJ McLeod kind of got in our way now. So yep, we'll stay out one more lap. I was going to pit that time, but then now Briscoe's losing us again here quickly. He's got a couple lap cars in the way. 10 laps to go in the race. We're about 5 to 6 laps short on fuel. Everybody will have to pit. It's just a matter of when. And again, 25% on the left front there. It's getting pretty worn, or getting close to being really worn out. Not gonna risk it too much further. Got a 3.5 second lead over Briscoe. Noah Gragson about 4.5 to 5 seconds back in third. Austin Cindric literally just behind him in fourth. About a half second behind. There's Mike Harmon. Oh, a little contact. A little contact there with Harmon. Tried to get around him. We did. We didn't damage the car up really much at all. So again, yeah, we're about 2 seconds ahead of Chase Briscoe. And we will pit for sure this time, and we will have 8 laps to go when we come off of pit road. A little loose there. Tires definitely starting to get a little worn out, kind of like you saw towards the end of the race at Mid-Ohio. No clue what the pit road speed limit is. It's 40 miles an hour. I don't even know where the commitment line is though either. There it is. So we're on pit road, 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. Well, not a full tank of fuel coming. We will put a can and a half in. And that is just to make sure we can make it to the end. We can make it to the end on 1 can, but just in case we go to overtime, want to make sure we have more than enough. Of course, hope you guys are enjoying this race so far. So coming off of pit road, we're going to be in 16th. That'll give Chase Briscoe the race lead here in this one. So only falling to 16th here off of pit road. We'll see how this is going to go. Who will have the fastest pit stop? We're laying it into pit crew's hands. We had about a 2-second lead when we came onto pit road ahead of Chase Briscoe. We're definitely going to have to run our fastest laps of the race to this point right now. Side by side, just in front of us with really nowhere to go here with Zane Smith. Smith really holding us up. Now we're going to get to his inside here into turn 6. Dirty air though. Obviously, who's going to maneuver through the live traffic the best is probably going to win this race. But again, also, as you guys know, just have to see how this is going to work. Looking to the inside of Williams. Can we clear him? A little bit of contact, but yes, we do. Briscoe did stay out of the pits there. Guys, we're very close to going caution-free to the end of the race. At the line this time, 8 laps to go here at Road America. It's just amazing that we only have 8 laps left in this race and we're still caution-free here at Road America. I mean, road course racing is definitely tough. And in the last race, we only saw 3 cautions. And now our first caution of the race with 8 laps to go. So right when I was beginning to say something, throw the pit crew out the window. So we're gonna have a restart with 5 laps to go to try and settle this one. So we're going to obviously stay out of the pits here. Green flag going to be in the air. The only two other drivers that stayed out of the pits were John Hunter Nemechek and Timmy Hill because they had both pit already, just like we did. So the green flag quickly back in the air here at Road America with 5 laps to go to decide the winner of the race. Briscoe quickly is going to get up to 3rd on the restart. Oh, and a little wide goes Christopher Bell. Oh no, John Hunter Nemechek to the lead. Just wide enough through turn 2. Nemechek going to take the lead, and he's got the clean air as we're trying to get up to speed. Got to run him back down if at all possible. It is going to be tough to pass, though. Good thing is, though, there's only 3 guys seemingly faster than us, and that's Briscoe, Cindric, and Noah Gragson. So I think we are quicker than John Hunter Nemechek. We'll see if we can get around him. This is going to be a fantastic finish to the race, folks, let me tell you. We're definitely going to try to pass him clean here. Clean so that way we don't allow Briscoe to have an even better chance to maybe strike at us and try to get to the lead. And we're really driving this car hard right now. Just less than a second behind the race leader off the restart. What a restart he had, though, from 2nd all the way to 1st. Took 2 corners. We made a mistake early, and now we're just trying to catch up late. We got a shot to the inside into the final turn on the racetrack. We're going to clear John Hunter Nemechek for the lead. We're able to hold on to the lead at the line with 4 laps to go here at Road America. Will John Hunter Nemechek try to get us back into turn 1 if at all possible? He's kind of taking a slight peek to the inside. We're going to outbrake him, though, and he's not going to have a chance at us. And I think the best driver to have a chance to win this race now is going to be Briscoe. As the other 2 drivers outside of Briscoe that are faster than us on the racetrack lap after lap. And again we go wide through turn 2, allowing Nemechek to pull alongside. And now here is Briscoe as well. Chase Briscoe trying to side draft off of us, and we're still going to hold on to 2nd. We got to be careful because turn 2 is a kryptonite. On this last run, we gained a ton of time, though, into turn 3. Great corner there to try and catch Nemechek. Pulled away from Briscoe a little bit. Oh, man, we're starting to go wide on these corners, really pushing the car a little too hard. And now Chase Briscoe's there trying to get around us, and Briscoe's up to 2nd. Bell back to 3rd. Trying to get back to his inside. Oh my goodness, side by side, we're battling so hard for 2nd right now. It's allowing Nemechek to pull away. I don't think anybody saw John Hunter Nemechek, who hasn't even really been inside the top 5, maybe even the top 10 all day, is leading the race late here. And no matter what happens, we'll definitely have a shot to catch Nemechek. The problem lies with Briscoe. Briscoe has the opportunity to catch him before we can. A chance to catch up here is these next few corners now. Briscoe's definitely going to be the toughest one to try and catch and pass.
Still there.
Trying to run in his draft at the line this time. We'll have a lead change. John Hunter Nemechek, man, butchered his last name there. 3 laps to go. Can he win the race? We're in 3rd. We lost 2 spots that last lap. Running it deep into turn 1, trying to get close to Briscoe here. We're going to pull up to his back bumper. We are both catching Nemechek, though. Looking like it's going to be a 2-car race. We did not overrun turn 2 that time. Briscoe beat everybody back to the gas. He beat us and Nemechek. Nemechek actually beat us back to the gas a little bit too. See if we can have a good turn 3 though, like we did last lap. Deep through turn 3 here, trying to get closer to the back bumper of Noah Gragson once again. We are both catching the race leader. We cannot allow Chase Briscoe to catch Nemechek though before we're not going to have a shot to win this race.
Still there.
Oh boy. Lost a little bit of ground though through turn 6 and now into 7. Ran it in a little too deep and that costed us for the span of a couple corners there. Briscoe all over the back bumper of Nemechek right now. 3 more corners and then we will have 2 laps to go in this race as we try to close down on the race lead. We got to get there before Nemechek does. Here we go now, all the way to the inside, into the final turn of the racetrack, side by side for second between Briscoe and Bell. And we're going to clear Chase Briscoe out of the final corner. We're up to second now. 2 laps to go at Road America for John Hunter Nemechek. Just over a half second ahead of us. Can he win the race? Try to get around him clean, but if it comes down to the last lap, all bets are off. Again, though, we got to be careful into turn 2. It's where we've messed up the most so far. Nemechek beats us back to the gas. He's holding on strong with that clean air out in front. Here we go. We're trying to get a draft on him now down the longest straightaway of the racetrack. We have the run to the inside into turn 3. We're braking hard. Can we get Woad up in time? Yes, we do. We're going to clear Nemechek through turn 3. To the race lead goes Christopher Bell. Briscoe all over Nemechek now for second. As long as I hit my marks, I know I can stay in front of Nemechek. The guy that scares me the most is Briscoe, who ended up winning stage 2. Gragson and Cindric aren't even in the top 5 right now. Also just trying to get back to the white flag. We don't want to see another restart. We've only had 1 caution in the race so far. That has definitely been alright by my sake. We've been awesome on the restarts though. So I'm not saying that we wouldn't be awesome on another one, but you never know though. Plus bunching the whole field back together again. Briscoe all over the back bumper of John Hunter Nemechek. Can he get around him though? Nemechek seemingly holding Briscoe up, but you're battling for every point possible. And that's because the white flag is going to be in the air this time. 1 lap to go at Road America for Christopher Bell. A 3-second lead on John Hunter Nemechek. Briscoe now looking to his inside as they're side by side for second going into turn 1 on the white flag. Briscoe's got the advantage. Briscoe is going to clear Nemechek off of turn 1. He's 4 seconds off the race lead though, with about 2 minutes left in the race. Can he come 4 seconds back to win this thing on the final lap? I just don't think it's possible. He's going to need us to make a mistake. We're obviously going to try our best not to do that as we try to win our second road course race of the season. Took it easy through turn 3. That was the corner we probably could have overran the most out of any corner on this racetrack. We're just rolling through these turns nice and easy. We got a big enough lead. We're already on the white flag lap. We don't have to worry about anything. He's not close enough to use the bumper, but I'm sure he will use the bumper if he can get to us. But so far, so good. He only got about 5 turns to go, and he's still about 3 seconds off the lead. So Christopher Bell here in this one. What a race it has been so far. 4th in stage 1, 3rd in stage 2. We've led the most laps in the 3rd and final stage of the race. Don't think we had the best car, but we did a great job when we had the clean air on in front of the field, and now just 2 turns to decide the winner of the race. Still about 3 seconds ahead of Chase Briscoe. 1 turn to go now. Final right-hander of the race. And now onto the straight stretch. To the start-finish line, back up to 4th gear and uphill. Christopher Bell is going to get the win at Road America. Passing Nemechek with 2 to go. Timing it perfect and pulling away from Chase Briscoe at the finish. Just an awesome race here for the 20 team of Christopher Bell, getting yet another win on the season. $87 minutes total time in the race. That is 1 hour and 27 minutes. That's all for the first stream here. We got Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing coming up next on the channel. There you see with the win, that gives us 15 wins on the season, 100 playoff points now. Nemechek was already locked in, so he didn't need the win. Briscoe did not have a win yet on the year, despite being 2nd in the overall point standings. So win would have locked him in for sure there. Although he is looking good on points, you never know what could happen. So that's going to be it for this stream. For more daily NASCAR content, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, the video in general. And I will see you guys in the next one coming up here in a couple minutes. Again, Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing Game. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.